Hello, everyone. Welcome to my 95th live stream. Today is June 22nd. Epic,
Hi,
Walking Dead. Hey,
Brian.
Epic. Hey, man. How are you doing?
Doing good.
That's good. Um,
So, I mentioned it to Dead Walker earlier, but they could have had a better way to introduce CRM than a frickin' junkyard group in season 7.
oh, absolutely, Epic. Definitely, they could have did it in World Beyond or in Fear. Like, either one is a better way to introduce the CRM than just Jadis was a spy for them this whole time, and then, I don't know, that was just a bad way to do it, in my opinion. It just was. It took way too much time from the show in the series. One second, Epic. Sorry, I'm just inviting some people over. Uh, all right. Okay. So the CRM. We definitely need to talk about them. Let's see who else is here. Yeah, guys, if you're listening, you can definitely join in the chat. Um,
How you guys doing?
Hey, with Dead Walker, pretty good, pretty good. Um, oh, okay. So yeah, I do want this stream to be heavily about the CRM, and I hope you guys like the thumbnail I made because yeah, I mean, like it's gotta be like this. I feel like this has gotta be the end point of The Walking Dead. Like when you see the CRM, it's just like it's gotta be.
And
All right,
in
so
in a way, it is because The Walking Dead's ending with the Commonwealth.
yeah, but it stinks. It stinks because the main show is ending, but the main show is gonna end like right before we get to the CRM stuff. So I don't know. It's just weird. Wait one second. Sorry, my stream is just acting weird. Uh oh yeah. So what is the CRM's motto? We are the last light in the world. What a load of baloney. I mean, come on. Let's be honest. Like, I mean, in the video description, I literally say it. The CRM, they're the most mysterious, most powerful, and the most evil, I guess you can say, group in The Walking Dead. I mean, like, I could I be wrong on a few things about them? Maybe, but still, I definitely, if I could bet on it, like, I would definitely bet money that, on those statements that I had. Like, the CRM's goals. So, like, what do you guys think the CRM's goals are? Guys? Oh, Walker Dead, you're muted for some reason. Oh, sorry, Dead Walker, not Walker Dead. Sorry about that.
That's a good question. I don't know what their goals are. Probably to take over the world, maybe.
Yeah, I think so as well. But I think that's just one of their goals, and it kind of like makes sense because the zombie apocalypse, with so many people dead, there's not many people left who could oppose them. Like this whole new world order thing that they have going on, and I definitely want to talk about everyone we know from the CRM. So like, okay, so who do we know from the CRM? Obviously, we know, um, the Lieutenant Colonel Elizabeth Kublik, who is kind of the main antagonist in World Beyond, and like, okay, so we also know that Jadis is a member, or I guess Anne is a member of the CRM, but she is a spy, or I guess a scout. And we know Huck is also a member because she's Elizabeth's daughter. So Isabel is one of the pilots there, and we also know that I can't remember the name of the woman. Oh yeah, here it is. It's Lila. She is also apparently a spy for the CRM because she was living in the campus colony and she was dating Iris and Hope's father, I think, or maybe they met after. I don't know. So I guess what I'm trying to say is the CRM. Like, what do you guys think about them? Like, do you guys think they're the good guys or the bad guys? Like if you had to obviously pick one of them.
I think the bad guys.
I mean, yeah, I mean, in the thumbnail, and plus, like the way Hope even says it in I think one of the trailers or sneak peeks, she even says like they're bad people. You know, it's like, I mean, look at them. They wear all black, don't show their faces. I mean, come on, how can they not be the bad guys?
Yeah, I think they're bad because I mean, if they were good, they would have
Yeah, if they were good guys, they wouldn't have wiped out 10,000
saved the day
people.
when The-CRM was bothering Hope.
I think,
But
I think it's the
exactly.
show. I think it's the group that's going to unite all the shows together.
I think so too, but they're doing it so poorly though. Like having Heath and Rick get taken from the main show, and that's it as far as the main show CRM tie-in. And then for Fear, they're literally just having one pilot character, like, and then she takes the D-listers, in the season 6 finale. I mean, that was like, we haven't gotten a whole lot of CRM in Fear. And then with World Beyond, we're getting a good amount, and I think we're going to get more in season 2, but I just don't think they're tying it in enough for all the characters to join in the Rick movies. I just don't think they're tying it in enough. Like the main show, it's not tying in at all.
Do you see Jada's showing up in season 2?
Oh yeah, we got to talk about that. Great question, man. Honestly,
Hey, Brian.
Yapik?
Just wanted to say AMC has been handling the CRM very poorly.
Yeah, I mean, like, the idea is fantastic. Like, guys, I really don't know if you guys know who made, which writer came up with the CRM, like, please tell me, because I want to know. But, like, the CRM, it's a great idea, great concept, and a great way to tie in all the shows together. But they're doing it so poorly. Like, in the main show, characters literally don't question the helicopter, and also where Michonne went, where Rick went. Like, we're still not getting that after all these seasons. Like, Rick's been gone a while, and we're still not getting that. Like, I just don't know. And Fear is doing a bad job.
Well, it's like
Hey, Brian.
Yeah, Epic?
In my opinion, the CRM are kind of like the Walking Dead's version of Umbrella from Resident Evil.
Yeah, they definitely are. And like I've said in past streams, I think the CRM, I think their plan is, okay, they have a couple of goals, I would say. One is to preserve their civilization, so like preserve humanity, obviously. And the other one is to make a cure at any cost. Because we know they have a research facility with hundreds, if not even maybe close to 1,000 fresh walkers. So, yeah. And then their third goal is to prevent anyone from knowing it exists and wipe out, any possible threats to their community or, people that they say is a threat, like, yeah. So the CRM has like multiple goals, I would say. And, okay. Oh, hey, Matt, he says that I'm writing.
Would you call it the Walking Dead's version of Umbrella, though?
Yeah. Here's the thing. I don't think the CRM caused the zombie apocalypse, because I think I heard that from Resident Evil, the Umbrella group. But I definitely think they are a kind of like reference.
the Umbrella Corporation.
Yeah, from like Resident Evil. I don't know too much about them, but the CRM, I don't think they caused the apocalypse, but I just think they're taking advantage of it, in certain ways. And I think that they're the most powerful group, and the characters in all the shows,
It's a possibility that what it is that it's the remnants of the U.S. military gone crazy.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because how else do you get that kind of technology?
I mean,
Yeah.
they don't really
Like Fallout.
Yeah, I
Like
guess
the
it's just that their equipment is not really military per se. It's like, it seems more like a private company, like that maybe existed before the
Yeah, you're
apocalypse. But all right. Okay.
Brian, Like a good
Imagine me crazy. We find out that it was actually a terrorist organization
Oh wow, that
before
would
the
be crazy.
apocalypse.
That would be crazy. Um, you know, do you guys know this? I'm still confused with this.
I mentioned this to Ed Walker earlier, but
Wait, what?
hello.
Yeah.
I mentioned this to Dead Walker earlier, but like I know, like I think season 9, episode 5 was our first introduction to CRM, but I believe World Beyond was our first like actual look face to face introduction to them.
Yeah, I mean, but
Yeah, but we got to see
well,
people we got to see their
the
armor
Fear
the first
season, yeah,
time.
Fear season 5 came before.
Yeah, it did. Uh, I'll be honest. At first, I was just thinking, like, man, like, what
We
if you
saw the
just?
armor for the first time in Fear. Right?
Yeah, we did. I remember thinking about this. I'm just like, man, who are these helicopter people? And then, like, after seeing that Rick's been gone for like years, I'm like, okay, what is going on? But then, in Fear, when we see their armor and how serious they are keeping people from not knowing they exist, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm starting to see why it's like this. But it just stinks that we're not getting more of them. Like, as far as like CRM, we're just getting Isabel, who's just flying around with her helicopter. Like that's pretty much it, you know. And in the main show, Daryl and them still don't know that Rick is alive, that he was taken away. I mean, it's been 2 seasons, and they still don't know. It's like, what is AMC like? They gotta find
Okay,
out.
well, here's the thing though. Was that okay?
I don't
But
know,
here's
it's
the
just
thing, though.
ridiculous.
You got to think about Daryl will leave automatically. Daryl will leave the show if he finds out. So they got to do it like whenever the entire storyline's done, because he won't be there for the Commonwealth arc. He'll just leave. Like what would that like? That's why Judith didn't tell him, because she knew he would leave.
Yeah,
It wouldn't make sense, because why would Daryl not go if he knows that Rick's alive?
I know. Okay, so here is all right. So some things about the CRM. We know they have multiple locations. We know they have outposts, or I guess like areas where the helicopters land. We know they have spies in certain communities, like Jadis was in the junkyard, and I still don't know how that works. Like, did she find? Did she? I mean, she was the leader, so did she find the junkyard, or did she just find them and then become the leader over time? I still don't know how that works, but I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, we know they have the research facility in New York, and we know their main community, I guess, is in Pennsylvania. You know, like in that the city Philadelphia, like, is the main headquarters of the CRM. But we still don't know if they know about the other communities. Like, do they know about the Commonwealth or Alexandria and the other communities? I don't know. Like, what do you guys think?
I mean, I mean, it's possible. I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like 50-50, but then again, you never really know. But I mean, it could be. But I mean, I always wonder this. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. I'm like, okay, the CRM didn't cause the apocalypse, but is there like a group higher than the CRM that we don't know about that did cause the apocalypse? Like, is that something
Yeah.
they could explore in the movies in the future? I mean,
Okay,
I don't
but here's
know.
the thing, though.
That sounds
Didn't
interesting
Robert
if you think
Kirkman
about
say
it.
what started the apocalypse was a space war?
Exactly, but I believe somebody in the TV series universe could have grabbed the space force, and somehow that infected person got out, and then that's how, little by little, that's how the virus, started, and then that's how you saw
I
it
thought it would
getting
be type of thing to where, like, if
the
I
environment.
thought it would be a type of thing to where it releases a pollen that, like, it's in the air, to where, like, then it's like that's how everybody's affected, is because it releases like this toxic, like, pollen, and that's the virus that it releases or whatever.
Do you guys think it was
Yeah.
made on purpose or it was an accident?
I think the Space Force part was just by chance, like obviously not by humans, but then maybe I think it's possible some scientists eventually started analyzing these spores, and then something happened, and maybe somehow it resulted in a virus. I think that's possible. because we don't know what's.
Brian.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you for stopping by my, live playthroughs of The Walking Dead final season.
Oh, you're welcome, man. Honestly, the pleasure was all mine. Oh man, I miss Clementine and all of that. Like Clementine Lives is coming up real soon, so yeah, I'm excited, but I'm also nervous. And honestly, season 4 is just it's great just rewatching it all over again, or talking with people about it because it's so good.
I think it's crazy. In 2 months from now, I'm going to be releasing season 1, episode 1 of my Club Time Lips miniseries. That's going to be, whoa, like, I can't believe it. It's almost here. 2 months.
So would you guys say CRM is the most evil, powerful group in the Walking Dead universe?
I mean,
definitely.
They did kill a lot of innocent people, so
yeah, 10,000 at least. So yeah, that's kind of a high bar.
Yeah, they killed a lot of people. I mean, if they were innocent, then they would have never done that.
Yeah,
but the fact that they did that just proves that they are bad. So.
Also, if you guys notice, I'm changing. Oh, sorry. If you guys notice, I'm changing the pictures during the stream. Anything about the CRM, because that way we can talk about other things. And so, if you guys don't know who this is, he's a character from World Beyond, and he was with Hope and Iris's father. His name is Dr. Samuel Abbott, and he was. I mean, let's be honest. He was killed by the CRM.
I mean, it's possible because let's face it, if he wasn't killed, then how come he never came back or appeared in season 1?
Yeah,
so it's possible. I mean, nothing's confirmed, but maybe Iris or he's their walker dad, as a walker, and then that's why Iris gets mad about him.
What I mean is
how did you guys feel about CRM in World Beyond? Do you think they were used enough? Or
I definitely think they could have had more time, just more than just a after credit scene. We could have gotten a little bit more, but I would say we still have gotten more of them than we ever did in the main show or Fear, and that's one thing World Beyond has better than the other shows. I mean, giving us some CRM, that helps the show a lot, even though it's bad,
Ryan, you want to know what I'm gonna do?
What?
For my reboot series universe, instead of doing I'm good. If I do the CRM, it won't be a 3-ranked community. It will be a 4 or 5 ranked community. That's what I'm gonna be doing.
Interesting.
I watched an episode of your reboot series and I thought it was decent.
Yeah, which episode you saw?
I think episode 1 of season 1.
That's what's up. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Who was your favorite characters in that season? In that
Yeah, I don't know. You had so many characters.
True, but then again, there were season 1 characters, so Rick, John, Shane, Avesta.
I think
Amy,
John
characters like that. That's what's up.
Yeah, it's fun to come up with your own non-canon characters in Walking Dead stories, or a character that you yourself come up with, because you can do so much. It's a character with a blank slate. You can give them so many good qualities, and you just appreciate having that character. That's what I do in my series. Because I have a lot of characters in my Extinction series, but obviously my favorite is the main character, Benjamin. I just does he have some flaws? Yes, he does, but I definitely think that his strengths help make up for him as a character.
I mean,
in a way, it's kind of realistic because like all human beings have flaws.
Yeah, that's true. Um, oh, okay. So, quick question, guys. So, the whole alliance of the three, what exactly is that? I still don't understand that. At first, I thought it means like the CRM is three communities in one, like Commonwealth, and then this, and then that. Um, but then I think they said that the campus colony was one of those three, but they wiped it out. So, what's the other one? Like, I'm still very confused.
Do you think the third community could be the CRM, like the main CRM community itself, or another community that you don't know about?
I don't know. That's what I'm confused on. Like, wasn't Campus Colony one of them? And I think Scott Gimple said the Commonwealth is not one of them. So, one of the three communities. So I'm just like, okay, what are the other two? Because like, is the CRM just like?
I think it's Omaha. It might be Omaha.
Yeah.
I mean,
but-
I know for a fact if I'm going to be doing, I mean, the 5 ring community, like, I will spoil this, like, it will mean, like, it will mean this, like CRLM, that's my, CRM, but the full title is like the meaning of it is Civil Republic Legion Military. So that's what it means. So it's like a big, like, a big group of people, like 500 or 600 people. But I mean,
Brian,
that's the meaning.
but yeah.
in a way, like the CRM are also very similar to the main group we saw in the final season of the Walking Dead game, the Delta, that Lily was
Oh,
with, because
I
of
mean,
how evil they are.
I mean, they're both similar as far as wanting to capture people, but it's for different reasons. Like the CRM want to capture people for either because they're like really, really useful, which is similar, or they want to use them to test out, cure ideas. And that's something I also wanted to bring up, guys. Like this character in the picture, it says TS, 402. That means he is test subject 402. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm assuming this research facility has hundreds of fresh walkers. Like, you know what I mean? There could be more. It's just something I thought of, like the fact that the CRM is, I guess, like kind of like what Troy did in season 3 of Fear. He's taking people and killing them, and to see how they turn, to find a cure. But obviously, it's done on a much larger scale.
And
Do you think there's a possibility we could see Troy Otto in Rick Grimes movies? Like, do you see him coming back part of CRM if he's really alive?
I don't see how. He took a big, huge. He had a hole in his head. That's not.
I mean, true, but I mean, there are people that still want him back. So,
hey guys,
Yapik?
I'm sorry, but every time I hear test subject, I always think of the season 1 finale, test subject 19, Jenner's wife.
Oh yeah, definitely. Me too.
me too. Like, it sounds similar if you think about it. Like, you can just smell there's, like, you can just tell there's some kind of connection there, but they're not filling in the dots as to what it is.
Yeah, that's what the problem is with the CRM right now. They're giving us little clues, but they're too little. They got to give us more. Like, I know they want to save stuff for the Rick movies, but honestly, like, with the whole, things being delayed, like, if you guys don't know, Andrew Lincoln can't leave the UK because they went really far with the COVID restrictions, and I don't know, like, the movies are not happening probably this year. Like, I don't even think filming is happening this year, which is terrible.
I mean, they said something similar. They said it's either, I mean, from what they said, that filming is going to start like either in the summer or the fall of this year, because supposedly COVID's going away, from what I heard. So I mean, maybe it's possible that either this year or next year they could start filming. I mean, it's not impossible. It's possible, but I mean, but in some countries you gotta be careful because some countries. But I mean, it's possible. It's definitely not impossible.
Yeah. Oh, hey guys. So I just looked this up now, and okay. So Omaha in Nebraska. Apparently, it's not the only community. I'm sorry. The campus colony is not the only one. So right now, I'm looking at the wiki, and it says that Omaha is it's next to the campus colony, but it's like, but it's still active. Like there's still people there, and it says that it's 10 times bigger than the colony, the campus colony that CRM wiped out. So I don't know if we're gonna see that in season 2.
Why are they not dead?
Wait, what?
I wonder why they're not dead yet.
Yeah, maybe because the CRM needs time to prep, I guess. Because like, I mean, 10,000, that's a lot, but 10 times that, like, if you, that's about, yeah, that's 100,000, and that's about half the CRM's number. So maybe the CRM is just taking their time and planning, you know, because like it's a big community, you know. So yeah, I didn't know this.
I'm sure as to why they. Hey guys.
Yeah, pick.
I'm still unsure as to why they did that to the campus colony. Why they just wiped them out of nowhere.
Yeah, I agree too on a moral level, but
I mean, unless there's somebody higher.
I mean, then the
either
CRM.
either they're told to, or they really are just as evil as they are.
Yeah,
or maybe I don't know. I don't know. I get this weird feeling in the movies Rick is going to be all full-fledged Rick Grimes, and he's going to take them all down somehow.
Oh no, that better not happen. Because if he can do that, then it's like, well, why did it take 7 years? Like, I'm just saying.
I mean, not right away.
Yeah.
Not right away. I'm saying like little by little, because obviously Rick is not, because obviously Rick can't just do it right away. He needs like time, like a lot of time in order to take him down. Like he needs information, he needs leverage, he needs weapons. He needs to get like a whole group together. He needs Jadis and Heap's help. So of course he can't do it right away. Of course he's going to need help, and he's going to need a lot of time and information and planning in order to to take him down.
I'm sorry, but
it's possible.
If Rick took out the entire CRM, that would be so dumb and unrealistic.
I don't see that ever happening, though, because, like Brian said, the CRM has a lot of people. So for the whole CRM to be wiped out, it makes no sense.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I don't know. Okay, so as far as the CRM having bosses, like, I think they have a government, obviously. They kind of mentioned that in World Beyond. But I don't think there's any group that's higher than them. Like, I think they are the biggest group. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think they have a Saviors version of, you know what I mean? Like the Hilltop and the Saviors. I don't think they have that situation. I think they're the Saviors in this situation. Like the top Saviors. And plus, like, I mean, how much more bigger can groups get? Like, I feel like the CRM is just pushing it. So I feel like that's the max that they should hit. And okay, so about the Civic Republic, or I guess, okay, so let me see if I can find something else about them. Oh yeah, okay, so do you guys remember that line that Elizabeth said in the post-credit scene? Like, she was talking to that guy. I think his name was Barco. And he talked about how he just hasn't been doing so well with the whole campus colony wipeout, and how he doesn't think those people were a threat. And we see Elizabeth kind of like put off this kind of show. She turns on everything, which Man, that's gotta be a pain on her electric bill. But one thing I noticed is that when she puts a bullet down, it has a CRM logo on it. So we know that the CRM they make they make their own bullets, and they probably make their own gas too, because how else do they have cars, helicopters? You know what I mean? So little things here and there that we're getting about them.
Yeah, because I thought
Unless
gas
they're
was no
using
more
people to
gas.
make bullets and stuff like that.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
the the one weird thing that I always find weird in World Beyond is how like during that like scene after Elizabeth turns on all the appliances, she starts to cry for some reason.
Probably with the guilt of knowing she
Well, like
killed
yeah,
50
I
children.
well
mean,
that's
I don't think she. I don't really feel sorry for her because she did that. So
Maybe
Yeah,
maybe she was
well
worried
like
about Huck.
it
I don't
doesn't
know.
really make any sense for her to cry if she's evil.
I mean,
I
I
hope
think
Huck dies in season 2 of The Walking Dead World Beyond.
I
I
thought she was a good I thought she was a good person. She turned out to be the spy. She turned out to be Elizabeth's
A
daughter.
backstabber.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
like, why? Why are you gonna pull the
doesn't
spy
make any
stuff
They were
again?
saying
Like
at
you're
one
pulling the same
point
thing they're
that
doing every
they
show.
were saying at one point that Isabel was Elizabeth's daughter
Oh,
at one point.
one
But
second,
that's not the
guys. I'll
case
be
They
right
were
though,
back.
because we already
speculation.
confirmed that Huck is the real daughter.
it doesn't make any sense for Elizabeth to cry if she's evil. I'm sorry.
Break
She
no,
probably does feel
midlife.
guilty, but at the same time, I don't feel sorry for her because she still did that. Regardless if you feel guilty or not, you still made that
Midlife
decision.
crisis. I don't know.
How many innocent people died? Think about it. You have to really think about it. Like how many women and children died because of that person's actions.
Oh yeah.
Hey Brian.
Hey guys, I'm
And
back.
now you got like Huck attacking like Felix and
Brian.
Hope. I'm like, get out of here, stupid lady.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I don't like Huck. She's a backstabber, and Elizabeth's a
Hey
murderer.
Brian.
That's what I don't like.
Overall, how do you feel about Elizabeth, the character, and as the leader of this giant group?
She probably will be in the Rick movies.
I don't think she's like the leader. I think she's
Hey,
one of
hey,
the.
Brian,
I don't know
how-
about
There
that.
might be multiple leaders like the new frontier in the game. I don't think there's just one person. It might be a whole thing of leaders.
I'm really not sure, honestly. Just the way she kind of comes off sometimes, it's a little bit weird, not cringy, just like I'm gonna be honest, like yeah, maybe she's tough when she's commanding a military, but let's be honest, on a one-on-one fight with any, with a character, she would probably lose. So I'm not sure. She seems more like a villain as far as just
so you think Elizabeth?
like she's not that tough
So-
one-on-one, like by herself.
So
She's not
you
that
think
tough.
so you think Elizabeth? Do you think Elizabeth would lose to Negan?
Oh yeah,
On a one-on-one fight, oh yeah, definitely.
She could lose to Lydia.
Negan will take her down.
Yeah, I don't see, like
Well,
I don't
Negan doesn't
see.
hit women, so probably not.
I mean, if it was
Negan doesn't hit women, so he technically would lose because he wouldn't hit a woman.
Okay,
He killed
so
Alpha though.
it's true. He did kill Alpha, and he also and man, people forget it, but he was part of the bombing in Alexandria, and a whole lot of women and children died. I'm just saying, back in season 8, but
Yeah, and Alpha gave him an
I
assist.
mean, he didn't even really. I mean, I know. I get that he didn't really realize it.
you were saying?
He was still the cause of it. Keep in mind, he was still the cause of those people dying.
Oh yeah, and
Well, technically, they should have just apologized to him.
you just have Negan walking in Alexandria, and it's just yeah, that never gets brought up again. Maggie is like the only one who remembers everything Negan's done. She's the only one character. Okay, so
I mean, she has to let it
Like,
go at this point because it's been like 6-something years.
it's been almost
It's
9.
been like 6.5 years, and you still haven't got over it.
hey
It's
guys,
yeah.
I find
Yeah,
it funny how someone. I find it funny how someone mentioned that Negan wouldn't hit a woman, but he cut off Alpha's head.
Yeah, but that's different. He tried so many times to like make her like good, but he just thought he chose Lydia's life over her.
I think at the end he really did care about Alpha.
But he just
Ew.
he,
I'm
he was
sorry.
just like,
Ew.
she's too far gone. He tried to help her a lot. That's the reason why. That's probably the reason why it took so long for him to kill her, because he wanted her to become good like him. But when he realized that she was
Oh
gonna
yeah,
kill Lydia,
that scene with
he was like,
Negan and Alpha is not forgettable.
It is not. I wish it was, just so I can sleep at night, but it's not. um. Okay, so
Guys,
Epic, what's up?
would you say the CRM is more powerful than the Whisperers?
Yes, 1,000 times more Epic.
Yeah.
1,000 times more.
Because
well, the
the
Whisperers
CRM
were
is different.
sneaky. The Whisperers were sneaky. I think the CRM were probably the Whisperers in the CRM walkers and stuff, and they're like ninja,
But
so they would
Ken,
have a little bit of trouble. But
yeah,
and I think the CRM would obviously win.
yeah. The CRM, they have 200,000 people, and yeah, all of them aren't soldiers, but they still have like at least,
200,000.
yeah, 200,000. You didn't know that?
My goodness.
I thought it was 100,000.
Like really,
No,
you're gonna have
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's 200,000.
Like a population. Like, are you kidding me?
That's all.
200,000 people.
So
My goodness.
like not that many. If they
If
have
I was to tone it down, I would tone it down to 500 people.
500,
Like really? At least it's not like over the top like 2,000 people.
Yeah, I mean, like they wiped out the campus call. They confirmed had 10,000, so it kind of makes sense that they would be a bigger group. And one thing I'm still trying to just wrap my head around: how in the world is, if the CRM are the final villains, how in the world is our characters in World Beyond, Fear, the main show, how are they gonna fight against the CRM? Like they're gonna lose, like big time.
because they might all just.
I don't know.
They could do like something. I think it's repetitive, but they could do the thing and like where they become good or whatever. Because they're not
No.
all bad. They're trying to find a cure, so they can't be
Like
all
2,000
bad.
people.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Do you think it's possible that Aaliyah from season 10C is a member of the CRM?
I think it's possible. Oh, hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I'm getting a call from my brother. You can keep talking. I'll be right back.
Wait, who is part of CRM? What'd you say?
I was talking about Leah from season 10C.
Lydia?
Leah, the girl who originally owned dogs.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I feel like she might be a Reaper.
All right, man. Be safe. Love you.
You guys remember?
I think she is because she's a Reaper. Then I'll be a little dumb, don't you think? Because then they'll be pulling the villain thing again. Where they bring back Leah, and then they do the stupid plot twist again. Where she's a villain, and I'm like, no, I don't like that because it's getting annoying at this
I hope
point.
they kill her. Some people said she should be on like at the Commonwealth, which I think is dumb. But who knows?
I mean, it'll be better than having her as a villain out of nowhere, like they did with Cole from Fear the Walking Dead season 6.
They could bring her back and she gets killed by Reapers because I do not think she's surviving.
That's
There are
like
way
she
too many.
I don't know. Maybe she does die. I don't really know. But then again, if she does die, it will be a little dumb because I'm like, okay, you have her in season 10 for one episode, but then again, you bring her back just to kill her off in one episode.
Her only purpose really was for Daryl, and we already have like 2 other characters who are like really connected with Daryl. We don't need a third one that we hardly know. Connie and Carol are enough, and Lydia, I guess.
I
I don't think
mean,
we
with
need a fourth
Connie, I
one.
don't see Daryl getting with Connie, because if Daryl was to get with Connie, it should have happened in season 10. And some people even agree with me. They're like, "Oh, why didn't Connie
I
and
don't
Daryl get
think
together in
Daryl
season
should get
10?"
together with. I think he should get together with Carol. If I'm being honest, because some people say they're better as friends. Connie, I don't know. Connie, I like Connie a little bit more after what Carol did, but still, I feel like Carol and Daryl makes more sense for them to end together. But even if they do, the reason why I don't think him and Connie would get together, because if they do, then wouldn't she be in the spinoff or whatever?
I
Hey,
don't know. I
Walker,
don't see
Dad.
Connie being in Daryl and Carol, because the show is about Daryl and Carol, not about Daryl and Connie. So I don't see Connie being in the Daryl and Carol
Hey,
show.
Walker,
I
Dad.
don't see. I mean, I see Connie dying. I see
No.
maybe Leah going to Daryl and Carol, but Daryl and Carol, like Daryl remains friends with Leah
I don't
or
think
something
they'll
of the
kill Connie
nature. I
off.
mean, they could
I
pull
don't
it
think
off.
they're gonna kill Connie because if they were gonna kill her, they could have killed her off in season 10.
I feel like
Which
they
would make
might
more
eventually
sense.
kill off Kelly because it seemed like that Kelly was losing her hearing, and then I was like, oh, they're gonna kill her off. They're like setting up the downfall of her character because she, looked like she was losing her hearing first episode of season 10.
That's
I feel
that's another thing. They're probably gonna kill her, but that's another thing. Why would they show that in like the first episode? Was it? And then she almost dies in episode 5, and then it never comes back. And if it does come in a season, most people probably wouldn't even remember it.
Hey, Walker, Dad.
What's up?
Is there going to be a group similar to CRM in your reboot series?
Yes, but they're going to be higher than the CRM, because I know in the TV series universe they're not doing that, but in my reboot series universe I'm going to do that. Because I feel like it's more like it makes more sense logically to have like a group higher than a CRM, because you have the CRM looking for a cure, and then you have this other group that's running the show. So it makes sense if there's a group higher. But I would say that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Do you think the CRM are some kind of branch of the government, or something? They were part of the government or something?
Definitely. I think they might have been like some kind of private military that really wasn't known to the public. And when the apocalypse happened, I don't know. I think very possibly they kind of were hired by the country's elite to protect them in Philadelphia or something. And then that's kind of how they were born. I definitely think something like that might explain where they came from. And yeah. Because they have resources, so it has to come from somewhere. It's not like they got all that money from donations. I mean, they had to get it from somewhere. So, guys, what's that noise?
I know this is off topic, Brian, but
yeah.
Oh,
guys, what's that noise? Okay. I thought someone was eating or something.
It was me. I was opening a bag of chips. My bad. I thought my mic was muted.
It's okay, Ken. Don't forget to mute your mic when you eat and stuff. Okay, thanks. Who was talking? Who wanted to talk?
That was me.
What's up, man?
It was me. Now, I know this is off topic, but what did you think of yesterday's episode of my Walking Dead reboot series?
Oh, it was great. Yeah, I mean, I watched it during it. I'm surprised you kept some things. Like, you definitely kept the Daryl and Merle thing pretty much exactly the same. But you definitely... oh, yeah, in the dinner scene. But I love how you combine those two cliffhangers at the very end. Because, like, before I saw that episode, I always thought if I ever did a rewrite of Season 2, I would combine those two cliffhangers like you did. Because I'm like, man, that's just such a good idea.
What
Yeah,
cliffhanger?
I was just happy I was able to pull it off.
What cliffhangers?
Okay, so like, well, let's just say that he combines the Maggie, no, sorry, let's say he combines the Glenn sees the walkers in the barn cliffhanger with another cliffhanger from season 2. And I think it works really well.
The Walker Horde, the Walker Horde.
No, but it's one of the cliffhangers from the first half of season 7. But
Oh,
I mean,
is
do
it
you want
like?
me?
Oh, is it like that Glenn goes into the bar? Oh, is it like when Glenn? Oh, so is it one of those things where Glenn goes into the bar and he sees Sophia or something like that?
No, nothing like that. It's the cliffhanger.
I don't
In
know if I
season
want to
2,
say.
episode 6 of My Walking Dead reboot series.
I don't know if I want to say in case he
Um,
watches it.
I will spoil this. Oh, he wants to watch it. All right, then never mind. I was gonna tell him the ending, but never mind.
Yeah. I'll just say.
Yeah, if you want to. I like spoilers.
I mean, do you want to tell him Walker Dead? I mean, it's fine with me.
I mean, yeah, fine. This is like the ending. This is the only thing I'll spoil. The ending, Glenn just he like goes to the barn, but he sees the walker similar to the show. But then Maggie comes out of nowhere and it's like, you weren't supposed to look at that. Like you weren't supposed to see this. And then that's how the episode ends.
Oh yeah, but before that, you did a certain scene that was a cliffhanger from a different episode. Remember?
Yes, where Lori finds out she's pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh wow, cool.
That would have been amazing. Like, imagine just people watching years ago. If instead of like what we actually got, imagine like they're like, "What? Lori's pregnant?" And the next scene is there's walkers in the barn. Like, man, that just would have been like 2 amazing cliffhangers right off the bat. Like, like one after each other. Okay, so
Brian,
yeah, Epic, we're gonna try and talk about CRM again. What's up?
like, we know CRM took Rick. What do you think Rick has been doing this entire time?
Very good question. I hope he's been been finding a good lawyer. I'm just kidding. No. I think Rick. I think
I
Rick.
hope Rick and Jadis are getting.
Oh no! Please no.
I hope Rick and Jadis are getting it. Yes.
No.
I don't know why nobody wants it to happen. I'm like, bro.
Do you think there's a chance
It's gonna be way better. It's gonna be
Do you
original.
think it's a chance that like he's been in a coma this entire time? Because like I was thinking that like maybe like the very end of The Walking Dead, it shows like him waking up in the hospital, just like the beginning of the show, kind of like to symbolize.
I do
It
like that.
begins with him waking up and ends with him waking up.
It's not a bad idea. It's just that I don't know how I feel about him being in a coma for 7 years. And not really like why okay, the CRM save him and then they keep him on life support for 7 years. Like, why didn't they just just get rid of him? Because they don't know Rick is amazing. They don't know he's a great character, a great asset to them. They don't know that stuff. So I kind of wouldn't understand if they kept him alive this long.
Well, do you have no idea? Do you have any idea how much he damaged his body? Do you have an idea how much he damaged his body? I mean that
oh yeah,
the thing like the
rebar and
the
everything.
injury that would require surgery. The injury requires surgery. He had to rip himself off.
Yeah, I hope they do something
you know
where
how many barbs are on those freaking things? The cylinder.
Yeah, like a dozen.
Oh yeah, and you're forgetting that he did survive an explosion.
Exactly. So I think with
Okay,
Rick,
but here's the thing. I really want them to add on maybe like a little bit of Rick's point of view of him blowing up the bridge, and we see how he exactly like. Because here's the thing: don't you think he would have been blown back, and the water was in front of him? So I'm
yeah,
like, how in the heck would he get exploded into the water? I wish that just show a POV closure of just like how in the heck did he get in the water?
I think it was a production error.
Because usually the explosion, it would throw him back.
Yeah, I think it's a production error. Okay, so as far as Rick, I think that Rick has been probably in a coma for a couple weeks, a couple months, but I definitely think that, yeah, Rick should be so injured, like, the damage to his body should be permanent. Like, he shouldn't be paralyzed or anything, but Rick should definitely not be like a running character anymore after that injury he got. I definitely think that after he wakes up, he heals, he does maybe even physical therapy at the CRM because he's got to get better. He's just not the same. Like, I hope they do something like that because it would just feel really unrealistic. Obviously, he has to fight.
Maybe this is the TV show's version of whenever Negan broke Rick's leg, basically kind of like making him immobile, less immobile. TV show's version of that because we didn't get that in season 8.
I definitely agree that like Rick should be damaged because he took a rebarb and then he took an explosion. That's two like very like damaging things that he took.
I feel like that he definitely might have amnesia because sitting in that helicopter, he was like, "What in the heck is going on?" He looked like he didn't even know what was going on. Like he didn't know where he was. He at that moment.
I hope they don't do the amnesia storyline. I really don't because I don't know. It'd be dumb.
This makes the most sense to why he hasn't came back. There's no. I said that when that first happened. The thing that makes the most sense is that he got amnesia because he got hurt twice badly.
I mean, somebody else made a pretty good point. Actually, I wanted to bring this up that maybe Rick didn't come back was because he was locked up. They locked him up for like imagine that
Do you think that
when Negan gets out, he's already in a cell at the The-CRM.
Just to lock him up as prisoner instead of just killing him.
I don't know. I mean, they could do that. I mean, they could lock up people because like you know how the The-CRM are like looking for a cure. They could easily like lock them up until they bring them out to do like say like blood testing or whatever.
Yeah, but it will take 7 years.
With people who are alive, it
They have to waste. They would have to waste food
Brian.
on him for someone they don't even care about.
Hey Brian.
Yeah, Epic? Yes?
Brian?
Yeah? You there?
Me personally, I'd say that like when Rick first like got to the CRM, they probably approached him and were like, "Hey, welcome to the CRM. Guess what? You're never seeing your family again."
Yeah.
I mean,
I think something like that.
I don't think it's
probably
gonna be
happened.
like that. I think it's gonna be different.
Well, yeah. Obviously, he's going to be in the hospital. He's going to wake up. Like I said, I love the idea of he wakes up near the in a hospital bed, paralleling the first episode. There's fresh flowers on his bedside, and the machines are working. He sees a city out the window. We see doctors come in, like all that stuff. And Rick is just like, he doesn't have amnesia, but he's just like, where am I? He's still stuck to the hospital. He's in a lot of pain. You know what I mean? Stuck to the bed. And we kind of have the doctors just
maybe
hold on,
maybe
man.
this time my bad. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I just I was gonna say like Rick is just asking. Obviously, he's in the bed. He can't move. He's asking where he is, what's going on, and you have the doctors that don't give him much information, just telling him that he's alive, and they're doing more tests on him, to see how bad the damage is. And then we get time passing, and I definitely think they're gonna eventually Rick's gonna find out he can't see his family later in the movie. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to say. Go ahead, man.
I just think that maybe I like your idea about how instead of him seeing dead flowers, he sees like fresh flowers, and how like he'll sit there. Maybe he'll say nurse again. Maybe he'll fall over again. I don't know, because it's just like, and you know what's funny is that it's in the same exact spot where he had the bandage in episode 1. It's in the same area.
I really pray that they do this. I really hope Rick and Jadis get together and they just,
Get together.
They work together
What?
to take down the The-CRM.
Oh, okay.
Because, I don't know. It will be original. Come on, it will be original. I'm like, why is everybody so against it? Come on.
I think the only way for that to happen is that if he has amnesia, because he might get with another girl.
So
CRM if he has
they don't
amnesia.
have to do it like that. They don't have to do it like that though. They can Jadis could just lie and say, "Oh, Michonne's dead" or whatever, and then towards the end of the movie to get together or whatever.
But then he would basically be cheating on her if you think about it. It's
I mean,
still, like,
he
that
does
looks
have a
disgusting.
point because, like, remember when Jadis was like, "I lay with him after." Do you care? He said that. She said that right from Michonne's face, like from season.
Hey,
seven.
Brian.
That was
I hope it
funny.
happens. Like why would they say that back then? Like back in season 7,
Well,
but what's gonna happen eventually?
Well, back then they didn't. I'm 100% sure back when that was filmed, they didn't even know that CRM was
Oh,
I mean,
It was. I
they
think
can
that
still
Hold on,
bring
guys.
that up. I mean,
Here's
there
the
are
thing.
some things they can bring back up.
Andrew Lincoln said that actually, originally, he was supposed to leave in season 8 where he was laying by the tree. And he said a helicopter was originally supposed to come get him by the tree while he was laying there after defeating Negan. So, like, I feel like it was planned. Probably, maybe I say in the middle of season 8 that it was planned.
Yeah, but that was still after
Hey,
she.
Brian.
Oh, okay, guys. Yeah, Pick.
I feel like after Carl's death, it was planned. I feel like after Carl's death, it was planned because I think the death of Carl pissed Andrew Lincoln off.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hold on,
Brian.
guys. Yes. Yeah, Pick.
I just wanted to say, do you think that, the group that Michonne saw at the end of her last episode, what's the CRM?
I think it's an unrelated group.
No,
honestly.
it's not the CRM, and I thought it was going to be Virginia, the Pioneers, like many years later after Fear, where it currently is. I thought like
Strand. Like I thought it was gonna be Strand, like leading him on. Then that would be a cool way to introduce Strand to the Rick movies. Because I honestly thought that the end, like you remember how at the very end of after Virginia, Strand was the leader of the Pioneers, and I thought that Strand was gonna end up building the Pioneers to like a bigger thing, and he was gonna become like the leader of the Pioneers, and that was him. But
yeah, I agree, but it turns out that wasn't the case. At least what we can assume
yeah,
now.
because they're definitely dead.
Yeah,
Lawton's destroyed, and the Valley Town. Apparently on the wiki they call it the Valley Town, not the Texas Dam, the Valley Town.
The reason I thought it might have been the CRM is because, like, apparently, like we know Michonne was looking for Rick at the end of her last episode, so I thought, like, maybe
I don't get why Fear likes dams so much. They think dams are like the best way of like surviving the apocalypse. Like too many dams.
I know. So yeah, I this makes Michonne's last episode even worse now, because I thought like, okay, if there's at least a Fear tie-in, like that's the Pioneers, and they're gonna be in the Rick movies, like maybe Morgan was one of those people and we didn't see him because obviously it's a big crowd, but like, and okay, and I'm not gonna say, okay, I'm just gonna say I don't agree with them. So if you guys know these Walking Dead YouTubers, All Things Film, and George Drake, they think that Morgan is gonna get taken by the CRM, and that's how he's gonna come across Rick.
I see it happening in season. I see it. I really see this. I see this happening. I agree with George Drake in some aspects because in movie auto as well, because I think that this is a perfect way to get. Because I mean, it has to happen. I mean, like, are they really gonna have it to where Rick and Morgan's last ever action was him at the junkyard? I don't think that's so, because I really don't. I think it's like the two shows revolve around those two characters. Morgan was the first living character that Rick saw. I feel like that means something. And also, it seems like from what they've been setting up in the second half of season 6 that they're going to set Alicia up as a big character now. It just seems like that's what they're setting up. And while they're doing that, that's the perfect way for Morgan to exit the show, since they're hyping Alicia up as probably the next main character.
Yeah, but
I have a prediction. I think. Oh, my bad.
What's up?
I was gonna say I have a prediction. Maybe season 7 or 8 of Fear could be the last season. I think I have a good way to make everyone like all the fans happy. Morgan could leave. Like, cause I forgot who was picking up Daniel, the girl, and the girl, I don't know her name.
It was Luciana, Rabbi, the Jewish dude,
Wes.
the Jew,
Wes.
the Jew,
So it was Luciana, Daniel, the Jew, forgot what his name was. It wasn't Raleigh.
What they
Oh, there was
could
Wes,
do is
and
how
then
to end the fear. They could make Morgan maybe at the end of season 7 go to CRM for the movies, and then maybe they could bring Madison back, because if they're gonna end the show, they could bring her back for maybe an episode where Alicia
okay,
finds
but
out she's
here's the thing
alive.
though.
Instead of,
Oh, here's
because
another
if
perfect thing is that
actor,
there's
if
a
the
chance
actor,
that I'm
if
sorry.
the actor like she left because of pay stuff, so they could just pay her for an episode. And like that's what I think that's what I think they should do. I don't want Fear to end. I mean, I don't like it that much, but
They did say that there's a possibility we will see Madison Clark in the Tales from the Walking Dead, and that we also might see some older characters, some old characters we haven't seen. We actually might see like unseen stories of them, like
the
Madison.
only person I heard
And
was
that-
gonna be in that is the governor, which I don't know how that's gonna work.
He said he's up for it, but because they could like they could do a TV
Wait.
adaptation
Something else
of the
I
novel.
heard. I forgot. I heard this so long ago. I heard some people say Tales of the Walking Dead might actually be like, I don't know if this is true, because I've heard it for a little bit, but people stopped talking about it. People were telling me Tales of the Walking Dead could be. So do y'all remember the motion comic they released of the comic book? Some people are saying that's like a continuation of that.
The motion comic? What?
That's what they're.
Oh, and they
I don't
also
know.
said
that
that
would be
like
cool,
they also
but
said
maybe
that like right here it says in the wiki that Scott Gimple says it's possible one episode will feature the full plane crash sequence from World Beyond's pilot episode.
Hey guys.
Oh, can I just say one more thing? Is that I feel like that maybe the CRM saves Morgan and Grace from radiation poisoning, because I feel like that Morgan and Grace are not going to be in good shape at season 7. I feel like the radiation is going to get to them. I feel like they're going to get sick, and maybe since Al, Isabel, she might say, hey. I'll do anything for you. Just please get them wherever you are from and save them, because they're gonna die from radiation poisoning. Because there's no way that they were underneath that car or underneath that truck and they
the
didn't get any
radiation
radiation.
probably already got them though. Like that's if they. I don't want them to die, but if they don't explain how they survived that, that's the only thing they could do. If they don't do any, that's why I keep telling people I think CRM will be heavily focused. Like maybe Strand being the villain and CRM is like they're both half.
Well, like when they showed
because
Sherry
there's no
and
way they survive.
when they showed Sherry and Dwight like holding for the blast whenever the debris went over the door, smoke got inside that room. So it's like, okay, the smoke from the debris just got in there. It's contaminated. You're gonna get radiation poisoning from that. So and speak on top of that, Morgan and Grace just got a face full of just like debris on their face, tons of radiation. So that's why I say that maybe the CRM saves Morgan and Grace from radiation poisoning, because they probably have like, I don't know, stuff, anti-chemotherapy.
Hey guys.
Yeah, Epic?
Do you think CRM has like the most like weapons out of all groups in this franchise?
Oh yeah,
Like the most powerful lethal weapons.
Oh yeah, they have the most soldiers, and they have these like special guns with the blades. And not just that, but we know the CRM makes their own bullets. So yeah.
They also have armor that's proof.
Yeah. Also, guys, some people have been talking in the chat. I just want to remind you guys to if we can try, obviously not interrupting each other or talking over one another. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that you guys, which one of you or any of you that did it. I'm just saying that like some people said that, and I was just wondering. This way, I just want to make sure everyone gets a chance to talk, because I know earlier it was maybe a little bit crazy with everyone talking over each other. So yeah, I just want that. Yeah, never mind. Okay. So are we good?
Yeah, I'm back. Thank God. Nah, just the internet connection was being a little, weak.
Yeah. Okay. So thanks, guys, for understanding. I just wanted to mention that. And you guys are doing great. I'm just saying that sometimes we get a little bit. When we talk, we get so hyped up in what we're talking about that some other people don't get a chance to talk. So,
Hey Brian.
Go ahead, Epic.
Hey Brian.
Yeah.
So, what is the best CRM moment from either World Beyond, Fear, or the main show?
This is tough. The best CRM moment. I don't know. This is really tough. It's definitely not in the main show because we did not get enough of them. I will say that. No, you know, it's not in Fear either. You know what? Yeah, it's in World Beyond. I would say it's either in the first episode where we met them, or like where we meet them for the first time in World Beyond, or it's when that guy goes into Elizabeth's apartment and we see like the city and everything, and just we get to know a lot about the CRM. Like those are one of my favorite scenes with the CRM. What about you guys?
I mean, it's all right. It's 50-50.
I mean, can we be honest? The CRM is literally keeping World Beyond alive. You guys, you there?
Yeah.
Character.
But I like Hope. I really like Hope a lot. I think she's
I find
really
Iris very
character.
annoying. I find Felix good. I find afraid of hurting people phase. He'll become a badass, and then I feel like Elton will get eaten because like Elton is like Eugene 2.0 at some points. Like baby Eugene, he seems to be like one of those really smart kids in the apocalypse.
Yeah, and okay, so so let's talk about another person from the CRM, Huck. I'll be honest, I liked Huck. Not at first when we saw her, but then when we got her backstory, I'm like, okay, I really like this character. I'm starting to like her. Like, you know, she had a really good scene when she actually protected those people and disobeyed her comrades and her superiors. I'm like, I can get behind this character. And then they reveal that she's a spy, and I'm just like, oh, come on, really? And then she tries to kill
I'm
Felix.
like, bro.
I'm like, you were just
It
getting.
makes you wonder if her mom. It makes you wonder if her mom was like maybe like a general or something, because like why else would she wasn't
Well,
there in the military with her?
So Huck was a good character up until she betrayed the group, tried to kill Felix, and all that.
I mean, Hope and
BS
Felix are
happened,
way
right?
better characters than her, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely. I totally agree. And
I mean, in my opinion, the only two characters are good right now in Walking Dead World Beyond.
I just don't understand why they would build Huck up, try to make her likable, only to say, "Hey, she's a spy. And she's
Because
trying
no
to
one
betray."
would have cared if she
I
was
don't
a spy.
like that.
No one would have cared if she was a spy.
I mean, I
they
don't
didn't
care if
develop
she's
her.
a spy now because they pulled the same thing again. They pulled a Walking Dead where we're surprised this guy's a spy. When I'm like, no, that's stupid. Like, really?
I actually like when shows do that, but Walking Dead for some reason is not good
They
at doing
aren't,
that.
because whenever they do it, it's just retarded. Like, really? First they did with Dante in The Walking Dead season 10, which in my opinion that was ridiculous because that messes up a comic book storyline he has with him. And then they do it in The Walking Dead World Beyond after building up Huck, and I'm like, why?
Well,
When that makes no sense. If it doesn't make sense for the story, why
Hey,
do it?
Walker Dead. I think the reason why they changed Dante's story in the show is because they wanted it to be somewhat different from the comics.
I don't like how they did it, and that's just my honest opinion.
Do you think
I'm not gonna lie.
hold on, guys, one at a time. Who was first?
But yeah, I definitely agree. I thought she was a decent character, but then when I found out she tried to betrayed the group and tried to kill Felix, that's when I was like, I don't really like you
Yeah.
anymore.
Do you think that dude Cole from season 10 bonus episodes is gonna end up becoming like Dante from the comics?
They should have done that.
I think it's possible, but I'm not. I thought they were going to do that with Elijah, that character. So
No.
No, ew.
He's a
Yuck.
kid.
Like Elijah looks like 17. Maggie's like 40. Ugh.
no, Maggie.
She's like
Okay,
30.
Maggie's 33, and Elijah. I thought he's at least an adult.
I mean,
He's a kid. I don't know. This is news to me.
He's an adult. He's a kid. I don't know. I think the actor's like late, like early 20s probably. He looks super young though. He looks younger.
Well, Carl was. You got to remember, Carl was in his 20s when he was playing
but
like
he
a
didn't
14-year-old
look
kid.
young. Elijah his face looks very young.
Yeah, he was getting panic attacks. He's young enough to get those.
Okay.
So what do you think? What do you think the CRM has done with Heath?
I think they killed Heath and turned him into one of those test subjects.
I
Because
don't think so, because if they did that, then you gotta think about it. Like, okay, you have Heath, and you're bringing him over to the Rick Grimes movies, right? Why kill him off if
They
you're planning something big?
they never said that he was going to the Rick movies.
yeah, that's
They
true. And here's a
Just said he.
oh, sorry guys.
It all depends on the actor's choice, though. In the bottom line.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to come back.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't think he wants to come back,
What?
but
Oh yeah, that thing.
yeah,
Why did he leave in the first place?
because from what I heard, he wanted
Supposedly, from what I heard, he wanted to go do other movies.
he wanted to be like kind of become a star, have his own show, not be a minor character in The Walking Dead. And, yeah, it backfired big time.
True, I guess, but
That's not what his character really is. I mean, he loses his leg. Maybe the CRM cuts off his leg. Kind of like how in the comics he loses his leg from an explosion in All Out War.
And
guys,
they did that for the movies.
Wait, guys.
And also it's called not being.
Guys,
And also it's called not being loyal.
yeah. That too.
His actor wasn't loyal.
Yeah, he literally only came to the show for just a little bit. I mean, he was playing a decent comic character, and he just wanted to leave like not long after. And I don't know.
don't blame them though.
I don't think that's true. I think he wanted to go to do other movies because I'm like I don't know if he didn't want to do other things, why he should have just stayed on The Walking Dead if he didn't want to do other things.
Yeah, he had his own show.
I thought
24?
they did that because I thought they did that for CRM though, because I didn't even know that he wanted off the show. I thought they just did that because they're done with the character. They're like, we're done with this character. We're just gonna. But then again, that'd be bad writing.
Oh no,
purpose.
the actor wanted to
That'd be
leave.
bad writing on purpose.
Oh no, the actor signed up for that
Why he
show.
wanted to leave. I understand why he wanted to leave because he was a minor. Like it's like the actor who plays Sydney. People call her unloyal, but I'm like, why would you want to stay on a show? They're not doing anything with your character, and you're an extremely minor character. I wouldn't want to stay on the show either. Same with Heath. Heath didn't have any all throughout the entire time he was in the show. He had dialogue, but he didn't really have any importance.
Yeah, but I think he could have
why.
if he stayed longer.
Same
I mean,
in the comics though too.
They
Yeah,
could have, but they didn't. That's why Jesus left the show because he thought his character wasn't injured. Same with it's I don't blame them. I don't think they're disloyal. It's just like
Actually, I think Jesus left the show because his actor was very angry at how Gimple utilized him in season 7 and 8, and he was like, I'm done. I want off.
Yeah,
I mean, that's understandable, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I know the actor wanted to leave the show, but just the showrunner has a habit, sometimes of killing characters that are important, like Jesus. He was important, and then Angela just killed him off.
Something else, I don't
Yeah.
like when people like it. This happened to Laura. What's her name? The person who plays Maggie, Lauren Cohan.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people who don't like her because they were like, she left the show. It kind of stuff, and then they said Maggie wasn't a good character. So, and a lot of people don't like the actress, and I'm like, I
How can you
mean,
not like the actress when the actress is
a lot of
amazing?
people didn't like her because she left the show, which I think is stupid because Andrew Lincoln left the show and
Oh,
didn't do
bless you.
anything for almost a year. So
Exactly. I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, the actress. I mean, I can understand why Lauren Cohen left the show. I mean, was I upset? Yes, but then again, I understood why she left the show because she wanted to leave the show to do other things because she felt like she couldn't do other things. The same with Denai Guerrera, the actress that played Michonne. She wanted to do other things and follow her
the thing that I
dreams.
think is weird, like what's her name? The person who plays Michonne. Out of everyone who's left, I think her and Andrew Lincoln have the most understandable things because Denai Guerrero was in like the Mark Cinematic Museum. She was probably getting paid a lot of money to be in that. And Andrew Lincoln went to spend time with his family because he had been on the show for like 10 years, and he didn't live in the place where it was filmed. Which
Well, and
I
I
feel like
honestly think that one of the
Good.
main reasons was because they killed off Carl. Because I honestly think that like once they kill Carl off, he's kind of like, well, what am I still doing here? Carl was the one keeping Rick really like there. There's really no point of Rick being on the show anymore if Carl's dead. Like it was like Carl was his last light.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey guys.
Hey
I just
guys,
want to get back to the CRM before we end the stream. Oh, thanks, Epic.
Yeah, let's go back to Sharon.
Okay.
But I mean, the actress that plays Maggie is really good. That's all I gotta say. She's an amazing actress.
Oh, she is absolutely the perfect. You can't find a better actress for Maggie Green from the comics. I just think that the show made a couple mistakes when it killed off Glenn. I think Lauren Cohan, she just worked so well with Stephen Yeun that when Glenn died, like it wasn't the same energy. Like she didn't have the same energy with the character, and I don't blame her for that. And then when she wanted to leave, I was upset about that too. Do I understand it? Yes. And I don't fault. I'm not mad at the actress at all. I understand, and she came back. That's very loyal. Maybe it's not 100% loyal, but it's still very loyal for the actress.
Exactly.
Okay, so for World Beyond, for the CRM, there was something that was like bugging me about it. I'm trying to think of what my question was. Okay, so about the CRM, like, what do you guys think we're gonna get with them in season 2? Like, do you think we're gonna see Hope and her dad in the research facility? Like, we might see the community where Rick is at in the city. Like, how much do you think we might get? Because, like, I know Scott Gimple wants to save some stuff.
I think we might see.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think we're gonna see places that he has been. I think we're gonna see. Maybe we might see Bloodsworth Island again. We might see places that Rick has been. We might see this. Yeah, I feel like we are gonna see more of that city that the CRM is in. Because I feel like I say all the time, is that I feel like season 1 really was just focused on mainly just getting us introduced to the characters. Maybe they're doing it because these are the Rick Grimes movie characters. Like some of them, maybe it's because these characters are the ones that are gonna be like in the Rick Grimes movies. Maybe that's the reason why this. Because I feel like season 1 was just focused only on the characters. Season 2, I feel like it's gonna be more Rick and CRM focused. What we like.
Yeah. Oh, and guys, before I forget, now I remember the reason I think Heath is dead. Here's why. Just hear me out. Is because they confirmed that Heath was taken away because of Jadis, and what did we see Jadis do with multiple characters in The Walking Dead? With Rick, Negan, and Father Gabriel. She tied them up and tried to have a walker bite them. And unlike those characters, I think it's pretty safe to say that Heath wasn't able to break free. And that means that, yeah, he got bit, which means that when we see him in the movies, he's probably going to be dead, like, or as a walker. Like,
I think we're gonna see him in the movies because even if they do, like, would Rick even remember him?
no, Rick and him never met.
Remember that, like, I don't think Heath is a leader, so I don't think he would be an A. So a B, I think he would be a B. He wouldn't be an A because he's not one of those leader characters that an A would be to get bitten, because I don't think he's one of those. Because the A is basically someone who is a leader and is strong enough to fight off the infection to the best of their ability, so they could get bit. Like they're not going to have someone get bit who's a weak-minded person and can't handle it that hard, you know. So I just don't think Heath would Jadis would do that with Heath, because I feel like he would be a B, not an A.
Hey, Brian.
Yapik?
I mean, I don't see Heath.
I think in Rick's final episode, didn't Jadis call Rick an A?
Yeah. No.
No, she said, I have a B. I remember that. She said, I have a B.
She did say.
She said, I have a B, not an A.
Let me look it up, because I think.
Yeah, and A is someone bitten who is also a leader.
But Rick wasn't bitten. He was just injured. I don't know. It's still confusing, but I think Heath was bit.
Well,
I think Heath was bit when Jadis sent him to the helicopter, because we know the CRM does not want to just come here for any random person or a person who's not bit. We know that the CRM, that's kind of her mission, you know, to give them bitten people.
I mean, the reason I don't see
Jim, listen, I heard what happened with Bert today. I want to keep it together. You're
like,
starting
okay,
to
if
lose
he's
it, buddy.
dead, then why have him?
Propane.
Okay, that was weird.
Oh my god.
I'm going to put this guy in.
That was.
What was that?
Oh my gosh.
What
Okay.
was that?
Just some guy. He somehow got to our Discord, but I kicked him off. He has an inappropriate. I think he said something inappropriate, and
yeah, get him out of here.
yeah, yeah, I kicked him off the Discord.
Yeah, that's not cool. If you're not gonna come in and have a nice, calm discussion with us about The Walking Dead or the CRM, then don't come in and stream. It's that simple.
Would you guys consider the CRM like one of the best villainous groups introduced?
Oh no, not even close. They're probably the worst. Honestly, I'm not even. Besides Fear. If you're counting the main show, I think they're the worst.
I think they're the most mysterious and possibly interesting, because I'm very peaked, you know, but not the best, because we haven't seen enough.
They're like, I think the most interesting villains were the Whisperers, but the only reason I'm saying is that they're the worst is because it's taking so long for us to get to know them, and they're like a military type group, and they're trying to look for a cure. That's not exactly, in my
Ken,
opinion, it's not exactly isn't interesting.
Okay, I wasn't sure if anyone else was talking, but Ken, I don't remember if you heard me in my last stream or if I mentioned this before, but I definitely think that there's more to the CRM than that. I think the CRM, one of their final goals, like not just find a cure, but one of their also goals is to wipe out any community that's not them. And they're doing it slowly. Like that's what they did with the campus colony. And eventually they're going to do that with other communities like Commonwealth and Omaha. You know what I mean? It's just that they're building up their time, their forces, because obviously they're literally at war with everyone who isn't them. So yeah, that's also what I believe is one of the CRM's goals, like annihilation of every person outside their walls, which I mean, that I would say that makes them pretty evil and a serious threat. So
hey Dan.
Hey,
What's up, Epic?
Hey, he's here.
Hey Dan, what do you CRM? How do you feel about
What's up, guys?
your Hey Dan?
Yeah, Epic, what's up?
How do you feel about the CRMS group? What do you think about them?
I just think, honestly, we need to see more of that group. Honestly, CRM, man, they've been too much of a mystery. What has it been, like 5 years we've been waiting on this?
I think like 3 or 4, but yeah, it's very close, man. And honestly, thank you so much for coming to my stream, Dan, because we really miss you, man, and it's just great to have you back, even if it's just for a little bit.
Of course.
Dan, so we've been talking, and one of the things we talked about is, so the CRM, they're part of this whole, the three ring communities, and obviously one of them was the campus colony. But I don't know if this was if you knew this, Dan. But actually, it turns out the place where Silas is from, where he killed his dad and was arrested, that's actually Omaha City in Nebraska, and that place was not wiped out by the CRM, and it says that they have 10 times, or they're 10 times bigger than the colony. So I'm definitely wondering if we're going to see that in season 2, and I don't know. Like, I think the CRM, who knows? Maybe they'll come after them next. So
it's always possible. Definitely, I think the CRM probably, in my opinion, the CRM's going to be a huge focus, obviously, in season 2. I think with Silas being taken too, I don't know if we'll see that location again. But again, like, I don't know. Like, if that location is something that's like, maybe that is actually still around, and the place in the pilot obviously wasn't, then I could see them delving into that storyline for sure.
Dan, do you think that there's a possibility that like season 1 was basically just focused mostly just on the characters, and that season 2 is going to be more CRM, Rick, places he's been, stuff
I
like that?
don't think Rick will be in season 2, but I think that the overall like location of the CRM will be a major focus. And I know there's been people talking that Jadis will be probably there, so I think that's the most we'll get.
And do you think there's a possibility that Jadis could appear for an episode, or do you think that that's not going to happen?
Honestly, I think Jadis will be. I think they may introduce her if, like, let's say, maybe in like the 10th episode in the season 2 finale, they could bring her in. Or they could pull a really crazy one, and in the trailer they could actually show that she's like in most of the season, which I could see them doing.
Dan.
Yeah, Epic.
We were talking about earlier how we feel Rick might be in another coma after receiving like a rebarb and surviving an explosion. Even though it's kind of weird how the explosion would knock him back, but he wound up in the water somehow.
Yeah, that's true. I think honestly, all you gotta like thank there is plot armor. I mean, honestly, I think that's all it comes down to. Like, they can't kill Rick, obviously, so they're just honestly, it all comes down to plot armor. And I think I'm not gonna beat up on it too much because we still got Rick.
The laws of physics. He went forward, not backwards.
Yeah. So, Dan, I don't know if you see this or if you saw it earlier, but yeah, this guy is one of the scientists who went with Hope and Iris's father. And I mean, as you can clearly see, it says test subject A402. So yeah, we know that Jadis took people who are A's, I believe, and had them get bit and then sent them to the CRM. But obviously, I would say this guy was not bitten. So like, I guess what I'm trying to say is like, what I realized when I saw this is I believe the CRM have like hundreds of fresh walkers in this testing facility, and I'm just thinking, I'm like, wow, it's kind of like what Troy did back in season 3, except it's on a much larger scale.
Man, it would be messed up if we went this route. And, like, hear me out on this. Like, honestly, it would be pretty messed up if, like, randomly you just see, like, this group that literally, like, they actually have people that are so wrapped up into this, like, this idea of the CRM and how they are the last of the world and whatever crap they're kind of, like, going on about, that literally people come to them and they're just like, you know what? Like, I'll volunteer. Like, I'll be bit. I'll be subject A. Like, people are so just wrapped into this that they're like, I'll like, you guys can test me. Like, have a walker bite me or something. Like, I don't know. That'd be a pretty psychotic, like, kind of twist to it if they wanted to go that route.
Here's also another idea. What if maybe in the Rick movies, like, Rick does like a thing to where like maybe he releases like all the walkers and they're like pinned up against like that wall, and then like maybe that's like a distraction for him to like to do.
Oh, yeah, I would love it.
I mean, I can see that.
I would love it if somebody like Rick just unlocked all the cell doors or something for the walkers, and like they all got out of the testing facility. I'm just like, man, like that would be crazy. Like 400 fresh walkers, like that would be tough. In a facility.
I'll be like, whoa.
I know.
Hey, Brian, That'd actually be similar to what Daniel did at the end of season 1 of Fear.
Yeah, it would. Freshwalkers are obviously way more dangerous
I
than
also
old
want
decay
them.
ones.
I also want to see I also want to see Rick pull Luke Skywalker and like disguise himself as like a CRM soldier. Like he puts on a suit, like Luke Skywalker. He like disguises himself as like a soldier. That would be cool. I feel like.
Because
yeah.
like we all remember the end of Fear season 1 when Daniel was like, "You better save your ammunition," and then it pans up and you see that giant horde of walkers coming into the military base.
Yeah. Something similar because like guys, we gotta be honest. Even with the Commonwealth, the characters in Fear, World Beyond, the main show, and this Omaha City, they're still gonna have trouble with the CRM. Like they're still gonna have trouble. They need help. Like
Hey, I have
whether
a
it's
theory.
walkers or yeah, go ahead.
I have a theory. So like, I think that maybe like the 3 main characters on all 3 of the shows are immune. Rick is immune, Morgan's immune, and then Hope's immune. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't really like the immune theory.
I definitely agree. I think Rick has to be immune. Just the fact that like he's gotten Walker blood inside of him so many times, and he has not turned.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that
that's
one time
true.
where he cut his hand on that walker that had this machete sticking out of his chest. I thought
Yep.
honestly that was his setup to losing his hand there, but that was just kind of like a plot hole because like there's blood on that. There's walker blood on that machete he cut himself on.
Oh yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's like, oh, Rick's gonna
Hey,
lose his hand. He
Brian.
just doesn't know it now.
Yeah. Oh hey Dan.
He's gotten Walker blood inside him so many times, and that he has not gotten sick or turned or anything.
What up? What up?
Oh hey
I
Matt.
think we might see like maybe it's genetic and that Carl would have survived and that like that would be like more of a guilt thing for Rick, like saying, "Oh, if I would have waited a little bit longer, his fever would have gone
Hey,
down."
Mega
something like
Man.
that.
Yo.
Hey Matt. Hey Dan.
How do you feel about? Hey Matt, how do you feel about the CRM?
Yep. CRM or something.
Yeah, the CRM are honestly, I just saying.
Oh, hey Dan, here's
I
my
know.
theory of what they actually are. Is I think that honestly they are kind of like Fallout with the Enclave, and that it's like the remnants of the U.S. military gone crazy.
Oh man. I mean, you never know though, honestly, like you never know what they'd pull with them, honestly. There's such a mystery that I'm like, I just need answers already, dude.
Hey Dan.
Yeah, what's up, Epic?
I mentioned earlier, but I feel when Rick first got to the CRM, they approached him and say, "Hey, welcome to the CRM. You're never seeing your family again."
Oh man, if they laid it that like straight to the point, oh man, that'd be cruel.
Yeah. Obviously, I don't think they
I
said it
feel
right
like
off the
that
bat, but
Jadis will tell Rick that what
Hey Dan.
I think this is what's going to happen. Is I feel like he's going to tell. Jadis is going to sit there and say, "Listen, I saw what you did on the bridge did not stop the horde. The horde killed everybody." And that, like, maybe she like, because I just don't think Rick would believe it from any other soldier telling him. I feel like if Jadis told him, it would be believable because she would have been there to see it. So she'd be like, "Hey, you can't go back. There's no point in going back. They're all dead. You didn't stop the horde. The horde found another way around." Something like that.
Hey Dan.
Yeah,
The
Epic.
reason I feel that, like it's the reason I feel they said that is because that's gotta be the reason why Rick's never returned and
hey, you guys there? Man, that was weird. Discord.
Hey,
Yeah,
I can hear you. We just don't
hey Brian.
Yeah.
Just notice how
CRM
crazy it got whenever Dan joined.
Hey
Wait, what?
Brian.
Hold on, guys. There's too many people talking.
You think CRM is more evil than Commonwealth?
Oh yeah, the Commonwealth is not evil at all. So with the Commonwealth, you're allowed to join, and obviously, as we saw in the comic, you're allowed to go back to your home, your other, your families, all that stuff. You can know they exist, and it's fine. But with the CRM, it's pretty obvious that they capture people, kill them, turn them into walkers for study, and they don't let you leave and see your family. And they kind of wipe out anyone who might know that you exist, that they exist. So yeah, Commonwealth is not evil at all. CRM is very evil. Like they look similar, but they're not close as far as morality.
I think it's kind of like one of those. I think it's one of those. Like you work for us, or we won't kill you. If you try and leave, we'll kill you, type of thing. Like forcing them to work with you. Like, okay, we won't kill you, but you have to work for us, type of thing.
I know, but it's still crazy that Rick still hasn't escaped after 7 years. I mean, Daryl was able to escape the sanctuary in just a few weeks. Like 7 years? I mean, geesh,
Like the Saviors didn't have very good guards, and the Saviors they weren't as evil as the CRM apparently.
And here's the thing: this is the only way it would make sense is that if Rick was in a coma for this long, or he had amnesia.
I kind of agree, but I don't think they're gonna go with that. I feel like because if he has amnesia, he's not gonna know who Jadis is, and then him trusting her about I don't know, like in that case, then Rick would have no reason to trust Jadis with anything, because he wouldn't know her. So I don't know, just I don't know. It's a big pickle. Like, how do we solve this problem of why Rick's been gone this long? Sorry, man. You kind of cut out there.
Maybe the group is so powerful, waiting for an opening, like something big to happen. I'm sorry. I just feel like that maybe the group is so powerful that Rick's just waiting for opening.
Yeah. Hey guys. Hey guys, I have to end the stream soon. I think I might give it a couple more minutes and then end it because I don't know what's going on with my connection with Discord. I don't know. It's giving me problems. But yeah, obviously, thank you guys so much for talking.
Yeah, it's been pretty bad.
Yeah.
Brian,
Hey,
quick
Brian.
question before we go.
Yeah. So
Will
if
your
you guys
next stream be about?
Hey Brian.
1 second, Epic. So my next stream, I want to talk about Welcome to the Tombs, the season 3 finale of the main show. So I'm gonna rewatch the episode and talk about what it did good and talk about what it did bad. Because that season 3 finale is not the greatest finale. Let's be honest.
Hey Brian, when's that stream?
I'm sorry, what?
When's that stream?
Next week.
I feel like the worst finale is probably the season six finale because that.
Hey Brian, what day?
Tuesday. I mean, unless Monday works better for you guys. I'm only doing streams on Tuesdays because I thought you guys said that it works better than Monday. So unless you guys,
I mean, if you ask me, I say let's do it Mondays because Tuesdays, I don't know. We